Howdy everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. I'm Isaac the Ag Guy, and we are going to play more of this game today and see what we can accomplish. Let's hope that we accomplish more than last time, because let me tell you, last time was a little bit of a cluster. Oh, whoopsies, I was driving that plow unfolded. That's my B. Wrong season for this work. So again, let me get lined up. And I'll have Timmy show you what it does, because obviously I'm not the best driver here. But anyways, let's just get right into it. Alrighty, we are back, and it looks like it's still nighttime. Gotta remember the controls here a second. There we go. So, as you can see up in that corner up there, I sped up the time a little bit just so our wheat can grow a little bit faster. That way we can get right into harvesting. Also, when we were away, I also was able to buy some new things to be able to get ready for our field. So let me get my flashlight out here so you can see. First thing is we got our cool combine right here. And obviously over here we have the wonderful wagon and our terrific tractor. And then you can't forget our powerful planter. And then finally we have our perfect plow and perfect hacker. So the gang's all here, folks. The gang is all here. Also, I forgot to mention that we have a truck too. Kind of looks like a Ford F-150, but it is actually a Lizard. Never heard what a Lizard truck is. If anyone knows what it is, just let me know, because I have no idea what a Lizard is. Well, I know the animal lizard, but I don't know the vehicle lizard. Okay, but the one thing that we forgot to get is actually a sprayer. And as you can see our field here, our wheat is growing. It is growing, the little grass, and that is what wheat first looks like when it is growing. But right now, what we need to do is actually spray the field, because as we walk out here, look at, there are some weeds in the field, as you can see. So we are going to see if we can't get a sprayer and spray some herbicides on the field, because herbicides will actually take away the weeds that are within the field. So I am going to be right back. I am actually going to get a sprayer, and we're going to get this field sprayed. All right, folks, so I'm back at the shop here, and I was able to get a sprayer, which I'm going to hook up now. It's also nighttime, so I can't really see that well. Let me just put on my flashlights here. So there we go. Now we could see everything around here. I slowed up the time a little bit just so that the wheat doesn't grow too fast in this game. That way I can show you how to spray a field pretty much. So yes, I got a sprayer wagon that hooks up to the tractor here. I didn't want to get out. I'm still learning the controls. All right, let's attach this up here. And let's see if we can get some fertilizer in there. Not fertilizer, sorry. Herbicide in there. Fertilizers and herbicides are way different, because herbicides are actually chemicals, and I'll talk more about that when spraying the field. But we are going to fill up, and as you can see down there, we are filling our sprayer up with a whole bunch of herbicide. That's all the herbicide we got. That should do us for the field. We're halfway full. Man, this thing can take a lot. But we'll see if we'll need more when we get there. Right now, we should be good to go, just because of our size of our field. Turn on my flashlight so we're safe drivers here. Please be a safe driver. Sorry guys, I gotta relearn the control. I've spent too much time recording Slime Rancher videos. I gotta get back into this flow. Alrighty, we are coming around our farm here. And we're back to our field. Now we are going to spray our field. Actually, let me get lined up again. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna speed it up a little bit just so it's daytime, just so so y'all can get a better view of what's going on. So give me a quick second here.
A few moments later.
All right, so for some reason, when I brought my sprayer over here and started to spray the field, it wasn't really doing anything, but in real life, spraying is actually very important. Probably why it wasn't doing anything, because the game has settings where, like, if the crops grow past a specific point, then you can't spray the field or it won't do anything. Like, even your workers won't even work in the field. So I will actually just explain a little bit about spraying. If you want to watch me right here, I turned off the settings where, like, you can damage your crops, just because I want to make it accurate. But when spraying a field, you have to, I'm having difficulties getting this done over here. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, I did a test run right there and damaged some of my crops. So I turned off that settings. That way we can make it a little bit unrealistic right now. But the fact is, when you're spraying a field, you gotta run like these giant sprayers that have like smaller tires and stuff like that. So that you can go through the field with ease without damaging too many crops, because again, the crops are a little bit grown at this point. When you spray a field, just make sure that there are no herbicides, or that making sure that there are no weeds growing that could affect the plant's growth. So yeah, pretty much the reason why fields are sprayed is just because we want to get rid of certain weeds or pests or insects, and each of them use a different chemical. So herbicides, they have chemicals designed specifically to kill off weeds, which we are using in this game for weeds. The weeds, when they're in a field with the wheat, it can actually hurt wheat growth, just because it's basically competition for resources. Weeds are trying to take all the water and nutrients and food that the wheat is trying to grow off of. So a farmer would spray the field just to eliminate those wheat with the herbicides. Now, these are actual chemicals too. So when farmers have to spray a field, they need to be very, very careful about spraying this field. Rainy days, they will not spray a field because those chemicals can get into water systems. So when it's a nice sunny day, the ground is pretty good for not like causing runoff and all that. Farmers will go out and actually spray their field with different pesticides, insecticides, or herbicides, just so to make sure that the chemicals do not get into water or cause human health concerns. And that is another thing too, since these are chemicals that the farmers are spraying on the field. The farmers actually have to take a test and go through applications and stuff like that to be certified to actually spray a field. So not any random farmer can go onto a field and spray it without being certified first. So basically, yeah, the USDA, the government for managing food and agriculture, just make sure that pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides are used within safe conditions to be able to grow or to increase the yield of wheat, but also prevent any environmental damage or even human health risks as well. It's all safe and it's all protected, all through the USDA. So, but yeah, let me get lined up here and I will show you basically how to spray. So let's unfold it. Get a wide spray. Yeah, see how it's pretty big. And let me get straightened out here. But pretty much when you go across, you get into the field here. It's my lights, gotta turn those off. Get into the field here, let me get straight. You turn it on, as you can see the herbicides coming out, and you just drive across the field. Like so. And then when you get to the other side, you want to make sure you turn it off. That way we don't get any herbicides outside the field. And then we would fold the sprayer just because there's a little, like, it's a little crammed in there. So you fold it up, and you simply just turn around and go down the field again. Then you would go down a different part of the field and spray it again. But again, I'm not going to go through the whole field just because the spraying won't do anything to increase the yield, unfortunately. But in real life, spraying does increase the yield just because it gets rid of those nasty weeds, insects, or pests that could, damage the crops and decrease your yield. So in real life, it's good. In this game, for some reason, it's not letting me spray. So just wanted to show you that real quick. Now, the next thing is we are going to wait until we can harvest this wheat, which hopefully I can show you that much easier. So let me speed up the time and we'll get right into harvesting some wheat. And then ta-da! Our wheat is ready to be harvested. And no, I did not just stand outside my field for 6 months or more to wait for my wheat grow. Not at all. I'm not weird like that. So, yes, I did. I can control the settings to speed up how fast the crops grow or not. I'm going to set it back to real time here. But in real life, again, this is not possible at all. You actually have to, after you plant it and do all the things to be able to increase your yield, it actually takes some time for the wheat to be able to grow the full growth. I'm not too sure how long it takes. I think it's about 6 months. I need to fact check that too. But I know with corn, like let's say we plant it in like April, usually by August the corn should be ready to go, depending on what weather conditions are and how fast you plant your field pretty much. But now it is ready to harvest, so we are going to get to it and start harvesting with our terrific combine here, the big boy. All right, so I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm going to have my worker Timmy do the job, and he's going to combine this field here. Timmy's not going into straight lines, so I might need to correct him. I am definitely going to need to correct him. So let's try this again. Get Timmy straightened out here. Alrighty, and there he goes. So basically combining, let me flip to the front here. What it does, that header is designed specifically to harvest wheat. It'll actually pick it up from the ground and put it right through the machine. As it goes through the machine, the grain is actually separated from the chaff. And the grain is stored in that bin right there through the whole system. And I'm not sure what Timmy's trying to do here. Oh, he's trying to get straightened out. Now, in real life, you can't just drive through the field like this because you'll damage the wheat. So you actually have to be more careful. But again, I turned the settings off to be able to prevent crop destruction. Alrighty, I turned the volume down a little bit so it's not too loud. But anyways, yeah, so when the grain's separated, it's put in that bin. And also the extra, the chaff part, or like the straw part, I would say, is actually put on the ground like that, on the camera there, or on the screen that you see there. And actually, that just doesn't go to waste, actually, the wheat part that you see there, not the grain, but the straw stuff that you see on the ground, that can actually be reused for certain things. One of the main things that part is reused for is actually for straw bedding, or animal bedding, I should say. I know for our farm, or our dairy farm, we use a lot of straw to give the cows comfort and some bedding to lay on when they go to sleep or just hang out throughout the day. So this stuff is very important. So not only do wheat farmers sell just the grain for different food products, but they also sell the plant part that is chopped up and left on the ground to actually different animal farmers for bedding that their animals can lay on and chill out on. So pretty cool stuff for wheat farmers. All right, now let me go over here and finish up one spot that Timmy missed because Timmy isn't the best combine driver. But let me just drive over here and get this, and then we'll actually go sell our grain and actually make some money because we like money. And perfect. And now we have a bunch of grain that we need to get rid of. So let me just park the combine here. And we are going to put our pipe out. All right, now we are going to hop in the tractor with the wagon. And, nope, I said the tractor and the wagon. And we are going to pick up the wheat plants, or not the wheat plants. Oh, I'm having a brain fart today. The wheat grains. Jeez, I'm having a major brain fart today, folks. All right, let's just get hooked up here before I mess anything else up. Nope. Beep, beep, beep. Nope. Didn't get it. Beep, 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 beep. Perfect. Now let's go get our wheat. And basically, you just drive right under here. It should dump in, but I might need to get in the combine to do it. There we go. And it will unload everything up into there. And bang. That's all the wheat we harvested from this field. Now it's only one small field, so there isn't a lot of wheat that we have to take care of. If we had a bigger field, then we would load that wagon up all the way, but this is just for demonstration purposes that we're just gonna do this much wheat now. But anyways, since this is all we got, let's go make some money from it and go drop it off at a plant. So now I gotta find where the wheat plants are.
Ugh. Looks like I have to do another cliffhanger for this buffoon. Anyways, where will Isaac the guy go to drop off his little wagon of grain? Find out next time in another episode of Ag Guy Gaming. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.